Hello, it's Keith from Kinvert. I'm going to be going over how to convert from degrees to radians. So I like to think of it as this. Wow, I need the smoothing turned on. This per that. That didn't even help my handwriting so bad. This per that. Okay, and so what we're going to look at is how many radians per degree. Radians per degree. Okay, so let's look into that. Well, we know, hopefully, right, that if you go from here to Mya, we've got pi radians, so I'll put radians on top. And then how many degrees is it? From here, right, from this line over to this line, what is that angle? One of them is pi, the other is 180. So we've got pi radians per 180 degrees. So let's test one that we know. We know that this is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. We know that this is 45 degrees, and hopefully you know that this is also pi over 4 radians. So let's check it. What we're going to do, we've got 45, so we say 45 times this. And if you look, this is 45 degrees, which is on top. This is 180 degrees, that's on bottom. These units are going to cancel each other out, so their units become just kind of 1. The units, not the number. All right? And so if we look at this, we're going to end up with 45 pi divided by 180. And then how can we reduce this? Because this is not a reduced fraction here. I'll switch colors. So how many 45s are there in 180? Well, there's one of them, two of them, now we're at 90, three of them to this kind of 45 here, and four of them. So now this will cancel, this will move, and now we're at, am I doing this right? Okay, so the big number's on the bottom, so we end up with pi, because there's just the pi, and then 145 and 180, we get the 4 here, right? So boop, 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 boop. That is how you can convert from degrees to radians. You have whatever your degrees are, so these are the degrees. You multiply that by pi over 180, and that is going to get you your radians, okay? So whatever your degrees are, okay, I can put like in coding, you'll sometimes see it listed like a variable, you know, something like this, right? This is the number that varies, your degrees. So let's say that you want to measure 37, okay? Let's call that 37 degrees. You don't know what that is in radians. Well, you just take the degrees times pi over 180 to get the radians. So now we're at 37 pi over 180. I don't really imagine that that is particularly reducible. But if you go to 90, I'm running out of colors here. Go to light blue. Let's say you want to measure the one to 90 degrees. What's that going to be? Well, it's going to be the degrees. So 90 times pi over 180. And 90 is half of 180. So now you've got like half pi, which is the same as pi over 2, and that's the correct answer right there for this particular angle. Okay, so remember that it is right here, degrees times pi over 180, and that is a terrible line. That's what's going to get you your radians, degrees times pi over 180. Hope that helps. Keith from Kinvert. We'll see you later. Part of our online course, by the way, shameless plug. It's not really a link in the description, but that's our website. But hey, if you dig around, you might find it. See ya.